the bass. When I'm on a mic, yo, rip up the bass.
Forced.
Right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very first match of the 2022 Catch World Cup. We are starting off the round of 32 with our most lopsided matchup between this year's top seed China against a team who are here after qualifying for the very first time, Israel. I'm joined here by seasoned catch player and beloved Belgian team captain Quinton. What do you think about this matchup?
Hey, mate, so glad to be here. Well, I think most people in the chat can agree, looking at the predictions, that this seems quite one-sided, but we all love a good underdog story. So I'm faithful for Israel. I think they can perhaps get a point. I'm hoping for them. But I'm just really happy to be back, right? This is the very first match of the entire tournament, and it's great to be here. What are your thoughts on this one, Maito?
Well, yeah, as you said, it is definitely a China-favoured match in this one. I mean, as we can see from the predictions, not a lot of faith for Israel, and it does make sense. They are very, very new. So even Gal1 predicting China in the chat. But yeah, I think that, China, obviously, they're a powerhouse team. They've been around since the very beginning. They are super strong, favourite for many to actually come out on top and win the whole tournament. So even despite their lower placing last year, they've come back with a vengeance to catch World Cup this year. So I'm very excited for them. Obviously, lots of OGs like Dust, Kellyanne, Crystal, Kagamin, Rin, all of them coming back to show off China's amazing skill. Yeah.
Definitely, completely agree with you on that. The issue as well is that Israel's lacking a player, if I'm not mistaken. They tried rescheduling to another time, but ended up settling for this one, but that means they're a 3-man team. We see Hidden 2 getting banned immediately by Israel. I think this is the most expected ban. Israel was, I believe, the worst country on Hidden, or one of the worst countries on Hidden, and China was the absolute best country on Hidden. So, reasonable ban, but still Hidden 1 left. Probably going to be the first pick from China, to be honest. And they actually, as soon as I say that, they banned Nomad 1, so the longest map in the Nomad pool, and they pick Hidden 1 immediately. So, nothing too unexpected here, I believe.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way. As you said, China looking very strong on Hidden. Israel, really probably their biggest chance from Nomad 1, and China's, already gone ahead and banned that, so not looking as comfortable as Israel might have wanted if they wanted to take even a point here. But we will see, obviously, as you said. We do love a good underdog story. So if they can take a point, that would be really monumental for them, considering their position in this tournament.
Yeah, definitely. I believe that, for example, Nomad 2 could still be a potential pick for Israel after this, but we'll first let's see how Hidden 1 goes. We see Gal1, DRH, FFF, and Little Nightmare being the 3 Israeli players. So that means that Turbo is not around today. So we'll be only seeing those 3. On the other side, Crystal, Cover, and Kitakami seems like a very good, solid Hidden roster. No Dusk for this one is somewhat interesting, but I believe Kitakami can fill those shoes perfectly. He's quite the Hidden player, especially on lower AR, honestly. So still no big surprises for now. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be exciting. I think we had a Yasubi song last time, the B-Stars song, I think. So it's good to see this artist back. Honestly, they make absolute bangers. So excited for this Hidden 1 pick. Not just because, first pick of the whole tournament, but also a great song.
Yeah, definitely. It's probably the longest map still left in the pool. 4 minutes linked and 4.3 star in Air 9. We see DHR slightly struggling in the beginning, not being able to catch a lot, honestly. 80% accuracy right now, so it's an early advance for China. Gal1 and Little Nightmare seem to be quite fine on this, though.
Yeah, it does look like DRH FFF is really struggling on this, unable to really garner a lot of combo. Little Nightmare also dropping, and Gal1 now remaining the only FC left for Israel, but the whole of Team China is still double S-ing. So already that's a huge lead.
Yeah, a huge advance for China. They will be gaining some, mostly because DRF, I'm struggling to pronounce the name, is struggling quite heavily. On the other side, I believe Crystal, Kitakami, I was expecting at most 1 miss coming from them. They seem really, really solid on this. Well, yeah, not a lot to comment about. Actually, Gal1 still being able to hold onto the SS, but his teammates are just sadly not capable of playing the Hidden mod, which was to be expected, right? Israel was a really weak Hidden team on the qualifier pool, so we weren't expecting great things from them on this map either.
Yeah. Now Gal 1 also drops, so no more FCs for Team Israel. China, all three of their team members still absolutely cruising, and this is just looking to be a complete dominant display for the first Hidden 1 pick here.
Yeah, the huge point to take away though is that there's only one hidden map. There was only one hidden map available, being Hidden 1, which is after this pick is gone, so there's no more hidden in the pool. But they have to keep in mind, Mixed Mod, there's also 2 hidden spots to fill in there, right, for Mixed Mod 1 and Mixed Mod 2, so I assume Gal 1 is going to be that person then, because I'm quite sure his teammates won't be able to fill those shoes, so it does seem like China has two next picks set in stone already, given the huge difference on this hidden pick.
Yeah, it does seem that way, and I reckon the biggest chance for Israel after this point is probably going to be the next comfortable Nomad after Nomad 1, because clearly Hidden is not doing it for them, and is probably really their best bet. You know, this point is already in China's favor by over 800k score, which is just, as I said, complete dominance right now.
Yeah, definitely. As we said, Nomad 2 seems a decent bet, perhaps Nomad 3 or Nomad 4. I'm not too sure how comfortable Israel is on converts, but Nomad 2 is a slightly lower AR pick, so that might be more comfortable for these players, because the fruits, there's more density on your screen, and that makes it a little harder for speed players, which Chinese players definitely are, so that could be a potential pick. Whilst we're finishing this map, still a triple FC coming from China, only a slight actually dub coming from Kovir. And well, yeah, I mean, that is pure dominance from these Chinese players, as to be expected on this map.
Yeah, definitely no surprises at all, I would say. Just, yeah, showing off how amazing they are at Hidden. And something happened.
Yeah, something happened here. I'm not too sure either. I think we
Bencher?
I think this might be a fail, actually. We forgot to put on no
true.
fail. So that is actually a team fail coming from Israel. I was not expecting to see that with the new forced no fail rules, but apparently, yeah, so that's the first point for China. That was unexpected, to say the least. But still, Triple FC, well, up until that point from China, it's weird to see Gal 1 failing, in my opinion. I was not expecting him to fail. But probably, at least the last part of the song is a little bit harder, so that might got him caught off guard, I guess. Well, yeah, I mean, it saves us from playing the last quarter of the map, which was already, I mean, it was a guaranteed win for China. There was mathematically no way for Israel to win that one, so and, we save a minute there, so that's alright. And we see Nomad 2 getting picked immediately, so that's Pierre Kind, Mad by Minium, a Polish mapper, and it's AR 8.8, so lowest AR in the Nomad pool, and a very reasonable pick in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely a reasonable pick. As we said before, like, probably Israel's best bet after Nomad 1 to give themselves a chance to take a point off this powerhouse team. I do hope that, I mean, it would be nice to see, obviously everyone loves to see probably, like, definitely the biggest underdog in the tournament take a point from the very possible favourites. It sure would be content.
Yeah, I think most people have China as their favorite, or South Korea, perhaps USA, Italy as well. Some other names being dropped, but China seemed really dominant on qualify, so they're back, and they're coming back big time this year. Everyone immediately just locking in, so no change to any roster. Kids can be playing Nomad and no Dusk to see. It's interesting, but I mean, I think China feels quite comfortable against Israel, and they're just like, yeah, whatever, whoever places is fine.
Oh, actually found an early miss there, was that? I think, on like the very first note from Kitakami, but traded by DRH FFF there. So not going to matter too much. Very early stages of the map, so scores staying pretty even so far. Oh no, but DRH dropping again, as well as Little Nightmare, so now the advantage is going to flip the way of China very significantly. Oh, Lil Nightmare finding another miss.
Yeah,
Although
the score
Galvan
is low up. The score is increasing like rapidly, and Dicha is struggling on those cross-screen jumps. Sadly, Gal1 still onto that FC is huge though for Israel.
Yeah, they need him to hold on, but he also needs them to not be chain missing right now. Kitakami is dropping, but China still has 2 double S's on the board, and the only one FC for Israel. And looking like a possible another very dominant display by the Chinese team here.
Yeah, definitely. Luckily, we have no fail enabled, so we won't be seeing a triple fail. But we are still seeing that 2 FCs versus 1, hoping for Gal1 to bring home the very first Israeli FC on a CWC. I'm not sure if it's map pool, match, I believe, yes. I don't think there were FCs from Israel on the qualifiers, so it could be very well be the very first Israeli FC in a World Cup setting ever, which is beautiful. We see still the double miss coming from Little Nightmare and the DRF, sadly, but the result of this map's already set in stone. It's going to be a 2-0 victory, a 2-0 scoreline rather for China, and Gal1 sadly drops there at the end, so no FC coming in from him.
That is very unfortunate. Hopefully we do see a first Israel FC. That would be good. But yeah, just another display by China of pure difference in skill, I guess, and just how much of a powerhouse team they really are. Obviously, it's hard. It's kind of hard to gauge considering they're facing the lowest seed, but you can kind of already tell that they are a very confident team. Only 2 misses coming from their team total there.
Yeah. Go over with the SS, Crystal still with the FC, and I believe Israel's duo is missing Turbo. I believe Turbo is a slightly better player in comparison to DRF, and that could be a potential difference maker, but then again, Little Nightmare is also quite far behind compared to the Chinese players, sadly. I'm wondering to see which map China is going to pick. I'm quite sure they might just go for Double Time 3, I think. I think Double Time 3 is, they're a really good Double Time team. They've always been known for their Double Time, but it's also the shortest map, I believe, in the pool. And I think if you're China, in this situation, you just want to have it over with as quickly as possible, and then DT3 seems like the perfect pick.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Definitely a pretty... when you have a team like that, it's harder to find really a mod that they're super uncomfortable with. When you look at it, they are almost confident on really everything. It's hard to fault them. Or top-seeded teams like China, South Korea, USA, they are all super confident on basically everything. All of them are, top seasoned tournament players, or just top catch the beat players in general. But obviously, as you said, probably wanting to close this out as quickly as possible, as any team would.
Yeah, they're going for mixed mod 1 actually, so it's still a relatively short map. It's a little bit longer than in comparison to Double Time 3. Map by MD4, I believe it's a custom map, if I'm not mistaken. And it's going to be the very first mixed mod map played in a CWC match. So we're kind of part of history right now, which is also always nice. The way Weak Swap works, for those that don't know it, is that one player has to equip Hardrock or Hidden Hardrock. Hidden is used for reading purposes. One player has to equip Hidden, and one player has to play the map no mod. So it's a little different in comparison to free mod, where people have teams have one forced Hardrock player, one forced Hidden player, and the rest can choose whatever they want. That's not how it works in Catch, due to the fact that Hardrock is a 1.12 multiplier, Hidden and Nomad is a 1 multiplier. So Hardrock is basically overpowered, and any strong team will just equip triple Hardrock and just obliterate you, basically. That's the reasoning behind the fact that it's mixed mod and not free mod. So we see Kagamine Rin coming in instead of Kovier. I believe they'll be playing Hardrock. Not mistaken. Actually, it could be. Well, the issue is there's a Kagamine Rin, and there's a Kagamine Rin from Philippines as well. And one was a Hardrock main, and I think the one from the Philippines is a Hardrock main. So I'm not sure if this Kagamine Rin is going to be playing Hardrock actually. So take that back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, as you said for Mixmod, I would definitely also say that it is much more fair than free mods. I have seen a few tournaments implement mixed mod. Last year for the 4-digit Catch World Cup, there was mixed mod in there, and yeah, definitely more fair than free mod. And I think it'll be really interesting going into the tournament, further into the tournament, as teams get closer in skill and just able to, I guess, really bring out a better competition that we haven't seen before.
It's a completely new dynamic in the World Cup, and it's going to offer some really close points, I believe. Because I mean, if you're a team with like one really good hard player, one really good hidden player, you were never able to pick hard or hidden, but now you can just pick mixed mod, and you're really strong. So it offers some new possibilities for teams. And teams that are lacking hidden player, well, they lose on hidden, but they're also losing on mixed mod most likely, and it's going to be really interesting. We see Gal1 being the hidden player, we see these RF being a Noah player, and Little Nightmare being the hard rock player. On the other side, Kagami Rain does equip hidden hard rock, Kitakami playing hidden, and Crystal playing Noma. We see already a complete team is coming from Israel, so that's going to be a huge advantage for China already early on into this pick.
Yeah, already China's advantage skyrocketing once again like it has in every other pick so far. Already that team is from Israel as well, so not looking too good for them. No one really able to get a good start in any of these picks except Gal1, really.
Yeah, the issue is that Gal1 is mostly a no-mod player, I believe, and he is forced to equip hidden because his team is sadly not like proficient hidden players, let's put it that way. So he's not able to shine as much as he would like to on perhaps no-mod, because this map on hidden is quite rough in my opinion. The AR is only AR9, so it's relatively low, and the jumpy part, the CS is also relatively high, so it's quite easy to overdash or underdash some of those the tap dashes, right? So it's not an easy map, but on the other side, China is still only onto a triple SS actually, so it doesn't seem to be that hard on their side. We still see Gal1 with a 99% accuracy, still onto that S rank, but his two teammates are currently at actually a little Nightmare being still in S rank with Hardwick is quite a performance, honestly. This map's also quite hard with Hardwick in my opinion, so not too shabby coming from them. But that triple SS coming in from China is just too brutal.
Yeah, 100% brutal. I was about to point that out, just triple SS. Complete dominance, really. Very, actually, yeah, as you pointed out, Little Nightmare doing pretty well, holding onto that S, actually almost at 99% with Hard Rock here, so definitely not a bad score, but just the rest of the team really struggling on hidden and no mod. Oh, and we see a double miss from China, actually, obviously not going to matter that much, as they are already much ahead by about 700k score, and that is going to do it. China take their third point, and
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, the ending part of the map is actually, it seems to be quite hard. It speeds up just a little bit, and it's a little wider and all that. So Kitakami and Kagami Ring getting caught out there, so that's could have been an option if FZO were still triple FCing, but obviously they weren't. So there is some leeway given by China, but Israel sadly does not have the skill sets to capitalize on that. So we're looking at a 3-0 scoreline, and if Israel is broken on this point, then China already has the match point, because only best of 9, so short format, and that offers short matches and quite easy to be steamrolled or snowballed, right? Losing one break point early on is already a 3-0 scoreline for a team, so that gets a really easy way to be, well, snowballed is already set, so that's probably what's going to be happening right now. And we see L1 picking HR1, so we see an Ascendance map being picked. I believe it's a custom Ascendance map. Only 660 combos, so not a long map. One of the shortest one in the pool, aside from DT3, which I believe China will be picking after this. The AR is 9.8, so it's not near 10, which is normally the case on Hard Rock. So it's a little less They are a little bit more readable. It's quite jumpy, the map. There's like 2 memory jumps that are around 400 combos, so I'm curious to see if all players can catch those. But for the rest of the map, it's quite straightforward in my opinion.
Yeah, I haven't been able to look at the pool too much over the last week, so I'm a bit unsure on every single map, but it seems that you know all the deets, and yeah, pretty short pick here. I guess, as we were talking about before, getting it over as quick as possible, even though this time it's Israel's pick. I guess maybe they want their suffering to be over quicker. I don't know.
Yeah, that could definitely be the case. We see the same roster staying in once again. Kitakami playing hard because something that normally doesn't happen. But China just feels comfortable enough to put him in. We haven't seen Dusky, we haven't seen Kalyanap, by the way. So 2 of the... Well, Dusk definitely one of the stronger players in China. Kalyanap most likely being used as a fill for some mods, but being a fill for the Chinese team means you're literally top 50 in the world. Let's put it that way as well. But we still haven't seen them, probably taking a rest week and looking towards their next week opponent, perhaps, or perhaps even a week off, because China does tend to let some players take some rest during relatively easier match, which we'll be seeing right now. We see a huge spinner advantage actually for China, which is about like 5,000 points, and we see the first was coming in from RF, but honestly, it was holding on quite well on this higher AR pick, so that's I wouldn't say surprising, but I mean, well played by them, definitely.
Yeah, definitely a better performance from them so far in this map, although now, unfortunately, finding a couple misses. Gal1 and Little Nightmare, though, still both holding on to that double S, so right now a quintuple SS going on across the board, I think. All of China still double S-ing as well as Gal1 and Little Nightmare, so the advantage is unfortunately for Israel, tipping in China's favor once again. DRH just seeming to not be able to keep up with the rest of their team, and China just way too strong.
The memory jump is coming up soon, so I'm curious to see if they will be able to catch it. And it seems that everyone did catch except for DRF, so it's still a quintuple FC, as you said, and this could be the very first FC from Israel in the World Cup. We're once again being part of history, actually the first double FC, even if they keep going on Gal1 and Little Nightmare seem really comfortable on this pick, so that is huge for Israel.
Yeah, it does look that way. Hopefully we don't commentator curse that like we did the last time. That would be pretty unfortunate. It does happen a lot, commentator curse, but praying that it doesn't. Ooh, Gal1 does find a droplet miss, but still holding on to the FC, and just a little bit of map left, seeming like both Gal1 and Little Nightmare are going to have the first double S in Israel's history in Catch World Cup. And obviously,
I was so focused on the Israeli side that I didn't see that Kitakami and Kagami were in both. One missed, actually. So that means that Gal1 and Little Nightmare outperformed 2 Chinese players, which is huge for Israel. And honestly, Hard Rock 1 seemed like the perfect pick for Israel. They seem relatively confident on this. This is a beautiful performance for them. Sadly, still a breakpoint. Crystal, I believe, is on a 4 SS streak, counting that first map as an assist, even though, well, I mean, the failed shenanigans, right? So Crystal just cruising to the pool, let's put it that way. So 4-0 for China, match points, and they get to pick the very last pick, perhaps, of the match. They have 4 match points before we would be going to a tiebreak scenario. But then again, the double FC from Israel is really, really huge, honestly. I'd like to congratulate them on that. That is beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everyone loves to see that, to be honest. They are down very, very much in this matchup, but everyone likes to see that history being made on their side, and honestly a really good performance considering the circumstances. So, definitely. Yeah, super proud of them.
Yeah, and we see that double time 3 getting picked in the end, so it is the shortest map in the pool, so that was to be expected. It's Air 7.8, so relatively low for a DT pick. It's relatively jumpy, and that's about it. The map is, it's 2 minutes in length without DT, so that's like 1 minute 20 with double time, so it's, you blink and it's over pretty much. That's the type of map it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's actually a good point that someone pointed out that every single mod bracket, I guess you could say, has been picked for the very first match. So I guess a pretty good showcase, map pool showcase, actually being played by the players. Even despite maybe the match not being the most exciting, considering how lopsided it is, but yeah, very good showcase, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and I believe, actually, I was about to say all the ones were picked, but it's double times 3 because there was no one. No, actually, no one was banned. Sorry, I'm completely missing the ball here. Either way, definitely a good mod coverage, which is great to see. Indicates that the map pool is quite balanced and that teams are willing to pick from different mod brackets, so that's definitely a bonus. We see Kovi making his appearance again, subbing in for Kitakami, so no Dusk, no Kalyan at this match, which is interesting.
Yeah. Oh, that is interesting. I guess, obviously those two players are very, very strong, but China not even needing them to absolutely cruise through this map pool right now. And let's see if Crystal can hold on to their final double S possibly for this point. Already a miss coming from DRH as well, so again, just the advantage already flipping over to China. Oh, now a miss from Gal 1 as well. And that is not what Israel wants to see.
Oh, we see a straight coming from Karimena Rin and Little Lightman, so there's no FCs left on the Israeli side. No Cover and Crystal, so once again, some leeway given by China. Then the other hand, their top player right now, Crystal, is just still cruising right now. This is just a walk in the park for him. And the match come to an end already. We're only in the last quarter, so I mean, I'm telling you, it's a sprint, not a marathon, this one. And I think it's safe to say that this is going to be a 5-0 for China. But we did see some really good things from Israel coming in with that double FC and Hard Rock 1. Also, Nomad 2 being relatively alright, but definitely at Hard Rock picking something to take away. The very first Brazilian FC. And we see a FC coming, the SS coming from Crystal Beauty. That's 5 SS in 5 maps. It's a beautiful performance. And then Kover with the 1 miss and Karimena with the 1 miss. But this is going to conclude our very first match of the tournament with a clean sweep from China, 5-0 versus Israel.
Yeah, as basically 99% of people predicted, that is going to be the very first point, or a very first match, concluded with a sweep. Yeah, very, very well played by Israel. Super nice to see that first double FC actually from them, as well as an SS, so definitely taking a lot of experience away from this match. Facing the number 1 seed in the tournament, you have to congratulate them for going out there and doing their absolute best, even with missing a good player on their team. So you definitely can't hate them. And
definitely,
we will look forward to their match against either Brazil or Japan next week.
That the experience they had right now is huge for upcoming years. I think this could be the very first step in building a really good Israeli roster that can compete with some of the lower seeded teams in future editions. But this year, qualifying 32nd means you're playing the first seed in the first round and then like the 16th or 17th seed in the second round, and that's not going to be easy. But they showed good things, especially on Hard Rock. So perhaps next week we can see the same thing on a Hard Rock 1 from that pool, but it depends on how hard the pool is as well. We have a new match coming up in about 30 minutes, France versus Thailand. I believe we'll be taking a quick music break in between, and we'll be back in about 30 minutes. And I believe Maito and myself are casting that one as well together, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we are. So
that is correct.
Same duo in about 30 minutes, everyone. So take care, grab some lunch or dinner or breakfast wherever you're living, and be sure to tune in versus France this time, because that one is going to be quite a bit closer, I do believe.
Yeah, definitely stay tuned. Going to be the first kind of close, well, not close, but definitely closer than that match for this tournament. So definitely stay tuned for that one. Going to be exciting, I hope.
Definitely. All right, everyone, take care, and we'll see you about 30 minutes from now. Later. All right. Okay, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I am back, Quinton. I'm back again with Maito for the second match of the day, France versus Thailand. We saw that Khalees were coming from China about half an hour ago, and we're already going further to the second match. So we had the left side team Red France, on the blue side Thailand, the 8th and the 25th seed. So these seeds are relatively closer to each other compared to an hour ago. Maito, do you have any thoughts on this matchup? What do you think will be winning? What picks we'll be seeing? What bans? And so forth.
Yeah, I have maybe not looked at this matchup quite as much as the China-Israel one. That was kind of my priority, considering, it was my very first match that I was casting for Catch World Cup, so it was a bit of a big deal. So haven't looked quite as much into this match, so not entirely sure. Obviously, France, they have Totobas, Natsuko, Electro, lots of very, very strong, tournament players, very seasoned players. Obviously, Totobas number 2 in the world currently, so they are definitely a force to be reckoned with in this tournament. Even despite the 8th seed, which may not look quite as impressive, they are still a very good team. And Thailand, a bit of a newer team, I think. I'm not too familiar with most of their players, except Social Distance, actually. The only player I really am familiar with on that team, who is a very nice convert player, so maybe we'll possibly see some convert picks from them, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I think your analysis on France is spot on. Perfect. On Thailand's side, I mean, it was a surprise qualification for some people. I personally didn't think they would qualify, and they came as C25, which is really, really high when you're supposed to be not qualifying, right? On their team, Azura is their captain, and she played last year as well, but the rest of the team is, I believe, new to the Catch World Cup, so there's not a lot of experience on Thailand, but they seem eager to perform at their best. I saw Social Distance on Twitter posting yesterday that they're quite hyped for today. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this match. I think Thailand is most likely going to go for hidden. I think Thailand is the better hidden team, or at least they believe they're the better hidden team. I mean, France's weakness is definitely hidden. They're really good at no mod, hard, and double time, so I think hidden is the option to go for Thailand. I believe France is going to be banning hidden too. That's the thing with low AR hidden, right? It either gets picked or it gets banned, but there's no in between. It's never left open. If you're bad at hidden, you're banning low AR hidden pick. If you're good at hidden, you hope they don't ban it so you can pick it. That's how it works. Either way, this one is going to be a little closer than the last one we had, so definitely looking very forward to this one.
Yeah, at least statistically, this match, on paper, is going to be close. Obviously, the French side is much more experienced, but Thailand, definitely a few confident players on specific skill sets on their team, but facing a team like France, it is hard to gain a lot of confidence, considering I would even say they are also another pretty considerable, almost powerhouse team in this tournament. They have a lot of very experienced tournament players, so I am looking forward to this match and what France can display early on in the tournament.
Definitely. We see the whole time 3 getting picked immediately by France. To give a quick recap for the bans, France banned hidden 1, so the longest hidden pick, and Thailand banned Nomad 1, so the longest Nomad pick. So the 4-minute maps are off the table, and we see double time 3 getting picked immediately by France. This match is going rapidly at this moment, and immediately going to the double time as well. So we see Sharon, Social Distance, and Miriams versus Titobas, Hollow, and No Life. The map is only 660 combos, so it's really short. 1 minute 20. We see the first is coming from Social Distance. That's going to give an early advantage to France.
Yeah, 2 early misses there from Thailand. So Team France taking a bit of an advantage so far. Obviously, as you said, this map is quite short. Shortest map in the pool, actually. So yeah, another miss from Social Distance there as well, and now a miss from Miriam's as well. Although it is traded slightly by No Life, Totobas and Hollow, both still holding on to the FCs. So looking like already a pretty comfortable pick for France.
Yeah, that score difference is about 200,000 points due to the many misses coming from Thailand and the fact that the map's so short. So I don't see a way back for Thailand in this one. A quarter of the map left. We see Miriam missing once more. Only Sharon above that 200 combo mark, right? Only that max score per fruit caught, and double miss coming from Thailand once again. And Hollow and Tito was just cruising to the end of this map. Hollow actually dropping there as soon as I do end up cursing him. So only Titobas with the double S NEFC, the highest rank player in this lobby, and the only one being able to not miss on the very first map. So we see 2 misses on the French side, and that is 16 misses on the Thailand side. So a very good pick coming in from France, and that seemed really comfortable for them. We see Miriam's... Well, I mean, honestly, we saw 2 players on the Thailand side picking Hidden with their double time, indicating that they're quite comfortable in Hidden, right? So I feel like Hidden 2 is... Oh, actually, as soon as I said Azura picks Hidden 2, so we're going to see Hidden 2, which is a map we'll not be seeing a lot, right? Because I already said that lower high Hidden is most of the time going to get banned, but it is available now, and it's picked immediately. It's a convert map, AR 8.4. It's quite jumpy. It's easy to trip up, and one important thing to note with this map: the first 20 combo, you have to stand still. Do not touch your keyboard when playing the map. Just stand still, and you'll catch everything. If you move once, it's really hard to reposition correctly, and then you start wiggling, and it's like a wiggle for 25 notes or something. So, I hope all players stand still at the beginning of this map.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate to see someone straying off the straight path there at the beginning. Hopefully that is not something that happens. Would be not something anyone really wants to see. You know, basically free combo at the start for everyone. So hopefully that is not a thing that happens. And yeah, as you said, Loa definitely not as popular as of a pick as some of the other maps. A lot of people aren't very confident on low AR, and even Hidden added onto that obviously is just making a killer combo for a lot of players who are very well versed in higher AR and just can't get used to that low AR environment, I guess, and the reading becomes really challenging.
Definitely. On Thailand's side, there's already 2 players mentioning they're feeling nerves, and they believe that, well, it's our first CUC for most of them, so there's definitely a factor we have to account for. We see Electra and Boros making their first appearance, I believe, in this match, and on the other side we see Azuria and Tanakito, rather, making their first appearance, so only No Life and Sharon staying in for this Hidden pick. There's also, if I'm not mistaken, there's no droplets in this map, which is also quite interesting. So missing... Well, you cannot drop accuracy unless you're missing, right? So there's not going to be an accuracy difference, as in like purely on the basis of droplets. Let's put it that way. But getting started with Hidden 2, 2 minutes 21 in length, so that's at least a minute longer than the last pick. And Azuria moved, so okay, she's actually going to be wiggling. Oh, there's 2 people wiggling, and the rest of them are standing still. That is interesting, but everyone catching. And we see Boris and Azura trading early on that first jump off the wiggle, so scoring should be tight, and No Life actually dropping as well, so first advantage to Thailand. And once again, that lower AR Hidden, I'm not too sure why France left that open, because it's not seeming too comfortable for them right now. No Life dropping a lot of notes, actually, but Tanakito and Azura as well, double miss coming from Thailand. That's going to switch the fair right back into France, I do believe.
Yeah, that lead was looking pretty good for Thailand at the start, but now it is closing very rapidly. It's flickering, and there we go. Now onto France's advantage. Thailand seeming to stabilize after those misses, it looks like, and obviously the score is going to still stay pretty close, considering... oh, but no, there's a miss from Tanakito in Thailand, so now the score lead is not going to be good for their sides. Although traded by Boros, but another miss from Tanakito there, and with Electra and No Life having some pretty nice combos, their lead is definitely looking pretty nice right now.
Yeah, Sharon and Electra still onto that double list, so both sides having one SS player, but sadly Azura and Tanakito had 2 double misses that cost Thailand a lot of score, and that score difference about 150,000 points. But we see a 5-way miss, actually. Electro the only one holding out the cover.
Wow.
Once again, in favor of France, right? So that is just going to extend that lead even further, and that's unfortunate for Thailand.
Yeah, that everyone missing there except Electro. Just an awesome performance from them right now. Still holding on to that double S, and looking like France is going to close out this second pick with another victory and possibly a double S from Electro if they can just hold on a little bit longer. Does seem like that is going to be the case. And
yeah, there was really promising, honestly. Like, France left the door open quite widely, honestly. We see 9 misses on their side. That's a lot, actually, for a round of 32 map, right? But Thailand, perhaps the nerves sadly coming into part, and then that costing them the point. And so already an immediately break point for France. Charon only with the 1 miss. That's a huge performance coming from him, but Electro countering beautifully with a 1 million score. No droplets, no spinners, so an SS is immediately a 1 million score. So yeah, beautiful from France, but the beginnings felt, how would you call it, tricky to me. I think there was a huge opportunity for Thailand there, and I'm not too certain why France would leave low AR hidden open. I think it's by far their weakest link, right? But they probably feel comfortable enough against a lower C to still leave it open and just ban a long map instead.
Yeah, it does seem that way. It is interesting, as you pointed out, that leaving that low AR hidden, it kind of seems that might be Thailand's best bet to get a point from France here. They did very well. All of their players having under 10 misses, if I'm not mistaken, on that pick. So looking pretty confident for hidden, and going further into the tournament, that might be their strength. And obviously, other teams will be able to see that and maybe use it against them.
Definitely. We see Nomad 3 getting picked almost immediately. It's a convert, 2 minutes in length, CS5. So this is the tricky part about this convert. So it's easy to trip up. I think most players in this room should be able to see the map. There's one tricky pattern around 300 combo that can catch people off guard. We see Natsuko making his very first appearance. I mean, Natsuko, a brilliant Nomad player, so to be expected for him to be playing this map. And then Hollow and Titobas. I mean, Natsuko and Titobas is really strong Nomad duo. So nothing too surprising on their side. On the other side, we see the same roster for Thailand as of right now. Not sure there's people going to be switching in.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure either. Does not seem to be the case right now. Yeah, possibly keeping their roster again. Yeah, as you said, Natsuko and Titobas, 2 incredibly strong Nomad players. Obviously, the whole French team is, pretty well versed in a lot of things. Maybe hidden being a bit of a weak point for them. So, but everything, including Nomad especially, they are just very confident in Titobas, Natsuko. I'm not entirely sure about the others, but yeah, definitely those 2, super strong.
The issue I have currently, the problem I can see rather is that Thailand does not have a hidden pick to pick anymore, because obviously 1 picked 1 bans and hidden pick only consists of 2 maps. So they probably have to go for mixed mob. But do you feel comfortable? Do you have a player that's comfortable on HR to play in that mixed mod? I'm not sure if Thailand has such a player. If they do, then I'm 99% sure they will go for mixed mod 1 or mixed mod 2. But either way, we see Mirims making his appearance again, subbing in for the captain Azuria, and we're getting started as well. So Mirims, Sharon, Tanakito versus Natsuko, Titobas, and Hollow.
Yep, here we go, Tanakito. Oh, just seeming to have maybe a bit of trouble loading in. Oh, here we go, I think. Hopefully. Sometimes you always got to have a bit of bancho playing up in every single tournament. Happens, I don't think there's ever been a tournament where bancho hasn't done something at least moderately wrong. Always happens.
It always happens, right? 2 minutes in length, so it's still the picks in this match have been relatively short, so any miss costs you even more score, right? Tanakito being the first to drop in the early section. The hardest part's around 300 combos, so I'm curious to see if Francis is going to be able to catch all of that. Tanakito actually not dashing enough, I do believe, under dashing some of those jumps, and that's already a 60,000 score lead in favor of France.
Yeah, France's lead already increasing just a little bit with that miss from Tanakito, although I think Charon and Marim's both still holding on to very nice FCs. Marim's actually holding onto that SS as well, and there's that 300 combo point you were talking about, and we will see a miss from Hollow, but as well as Natsuko. Maybe a bit more surprising there.
Oh, but the double miss coming from Thailand, that's so unfortunate. I was about to comment on the fact that the door is open for Thailand, but that double miss and those triple jumps, right? Oh, that's going to cost them, and it's so unfortunate because there was a huge opportunity right now, but they're once again on the back foot, and the score difference is about 60,000 points, but it's growing immensely, right?
Yeah, that does seem to be the case. Natsuko and Taturbus, actually the whole of France's team just being able to hold much better.
And Hollow, but Tanakito and Sharon immediately trading that, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Triple miss across the board there, so yeah, just Thailand unable to stabilize as well as France, even despite Hollow's misses, and as well as Natsuko. Taturbus just cruising through this point right now with what's looking like a double S to close France's third point, and yeah, another pretty nice display, although Thailand definitely faring pretty well within the last 2 picks. They are seed, 26, but they are
25.
showing off some pretty nice skills right now.
Honestly, yeah, there were huge opportunities on both maps of Thailand. Unfortunately, they were not able to convert it into a point, but this was way closer than France probably anticipated, so huge performance coming from Thailand. 1 miss from Miriams and 2 miss from Sharon is, really huge. Nice scores on their side, and I'm curious to see what France is going to be picking as their... Well, actually, it is Thailand's pick now. My apologies. I'm curious to see what Thailand's going to be picking, and they're going for that Nomad 2 or Hard Rock 2 actually. Wow, okay, we see Fractal Dream is Monolithia, the first time we see Hard Rock 2 getting picked, and this song is so good. This is by far the best song in the pool in my opinion, and I'm so glad Thailand picks this. I find it a weird pick because I'm not sure how they feel on Convert Hard Rock, because it's probably one of the hardest skill sets in Catch Speed, but just because they picked the song, it's amazing.
Yeah, I actually don't think I've listened to this, so this will be the first time, so definitely excited for that. Actually, there are a few pretty good songs in my opinion in this pool. You got Peer Jin. I actually quite like that song as well as the obviously the Yaosubi song, as I pointed out last match. Absolutely adore that song. It's great. So yeah, great song selection, I guess. Obviously it's not the main outlook that mappers or map poolers are looking for, but nonetheless, very nice to see, and hopefully getting into this Odrock 2 pick shortly.
Yeah, it's I'm curious to see how Tyler performs on this pick. We see Miriam, Socialist, and Azuria playing against Electric, Tobas, and Hollow. The map, there's 2 memory parts, in my opinion. At 150 combo, there's a break, and then after that break, the first node is on the very right. That can catch people off guard that didn't practice map. And the spinner, there's a spinner around 450 combo. After the spinner, spin trap, so you have to stand on the middle. Well, slightly to the right, but still half between middle and right. There's the first node as well. Those 2 caught me off guard the very first time I played this map, so that could catch people off guard if they're sight reading this, which I'm quite sure no one is doing, but perhaps. The rest of the map is relatively straightforward, but obviously it's covered with hard work, so any place is missable in my opinion. It really dislike converts with hard work.
Yeah, I'm also on that team of the convert hard rock dislikers, I guess. Definitely not a fan of them. Some of the trickiest gameplay that you can really have. You know, converts already, you know, wacky patterns, but adding hard rock on just makes it that quite a bit extra of difficulty on top, and already a miss coming from social distance there, and not looking the best for Thailand out of the gate, I guess.
Second miss as well in that early slip up, but now if you see already, Holo Tito is already on the right side, but is someone going to get caught off guard? No, but Socialist was in the middle, so that was kind of close, honestly, but they do catch up, but they do catch that fruit rather. We still see 5 double S's on the board. Oh, there's also a tricky wiggle section coming up soon, where people can miss as well. That's probably the hardest part of the song, actually, the wiggles that come up right now.
Oh man, hard rock wiggles, the bane of my existence. And a triple miss from Thailand just after you call them out. So, absolute killers. It seems to be the bane of Thailand right now as well, as...
And now the spinner trap comes, and no one gets caught off guard. Actually, Zero missing right after that, though. That's unfortunate. But that triple miss on those wiggles is giving France so much score, and it's already a 220,000 score difference. I mean, a triple miss is just so detrimental for your score, right? And France still holding on to a triple SS, so they definitely practice this map, and that's... well, props to them, right? And we see a double miss coming in one from Thailand, and I think this pick is kind of backfiring for Thailand. And they're definitely not as comfortable on this in comparison to France. Sorry, Maito, I keep interrupting you.
Oh no, that's my bad. You were on a stream of speaking right there, and I just chimed in. But I was just going to point out France's, you know, triple double S currently still on this hard rock convert pick, which is just, I mean, what else can you say except it's just an incredible display of their skill. Thailand obviously faring pretty well, all still holding onto pretty respectable AC and combos, but France just, the dominance is so prevalent.
Yeah, France looks kind of shaky in those early picks, right? But then this is just pure dominance. And I don't think there's any way you could beat France in this scenario, right? So nothing to blame on Thailand, but probably not the wisest pick in my opinion. And that's going to be a second breakpoint for France as well, so that's going to give them a match point already. I mean, these matches have been going so rapidly because of the snowballing mechanics, right? China snowballing against Israel, and now France actually kind of putting their foot on the gas right now and just snowballing as well. And that's a 4 score, and there's 1 pick left for France to close it out. And Thailand have to break France twice, win their own pick twice, and then win the tiebreaker to win this match. And that is looking unlikely. And a beautiful triple S coming from France. That is a triple SS actually, rather. That is beautiful. Superb performance, as Social Distance points out. That is indeed, there's nothing more to say. That's such a superb performance. And we see double time 1 getting picked immediately. We didn't see that in the last match either. Wizard's Tower by Loki. Good song, 8.3 double time. The map is relatively straightforward. It's probably the speed pick from the double time pool, but it's probably not the amount of speed most players would want, I think. I think most players are comfortable with way faster picks as well. So I could see Thailand, honestly, triple FC. I definitely could, but same goes for France.
Yeah, definitely a possibility. I actually forgot that this song was in the map pool. This is another song that I actually really like. So this map pool is just full of bangers for me, and you know, obviously an interesting map as well. But yeah, just loving this map pool right now. And you know, France, obviously, I missed a little bit before internet was being Australian internet. So yeah, but France just with that triple S on that previous point, you know, again just showing that complete dominance and skill.
Yeah, absolutely correct. We see Sharon coming back. We see No Life coming back for Double Time 1. Let's keep in mind this is Thailand's winner bracket run on the line already. 4-0 scoreline in favor of France. So I'm curious to see what Thailand can do on this one. Alright, so we're getting started. And Itoba staying in once again. Had some really good scores already. I mean, that FC No More 3, that FC on Hard Rock 2. Didn't play the hidden one, and the first pick was... I can't seem to remember the first pick for some reason. Either way, that doesn't really matter. Azuria and Miriam's once again putting on hidden. It is allowed. Hidden is used for reading purposes. I personally am not able to play double time with hidden because it doesn't help me, but some people prefer it because, well, you can't see half your screen, so you focus more on the top side, and it improves your reaction time, I guess. I'm not too certain as to why it works, but it sometimes does for some people, so that's why. Everyone seems to be quite comfortable, and actually Azuria does end up missing, but no life trading immediately, so that's still a tight scoreline. But I believe France had a small spinner advantage, perhaps? Or actually, they do have an accurate advantage. That might be the difference maker right now. The map is about 900 combo in total. But oh, Charon actually over-dashing there. Going a little too fast. And that's going to give a 1 miss lead in favor of France and the score. Miriams and No Life trading. Charon dropping once more. And that's going to be a 2FC versus a none. And that's going to be quite hard for Thailand to come back from, actually. Electro and Tito was still holding on to that double. Miriams missing once again. Azure being able to hold on to combo after the first slip up. No Life on the French side seems to be struggling a little bit harder than I anticipated, but yeah, his teammates have his back, and the score difference is about 120,000 points, and that is a huge score difference. Everyone above 200 combo for the French side, and on the Thailand side, everyone was above combo as well right now. But it's only a quarter left. They need to see an absolute meltdown from France to be able to convert this pick into a breakpoint, sadly. And I believe the Tobas might just be on track for another double S. You can see a similar performance to Crystal from that last match. Sharon dropping once more, and that's probably going to spell disaster for Thailand as they lose 0-5 to France. And France, after a shaky start, seem really dominant on these earlier pools. Hard Rock 2 triple SS and then Double Time 1 a double SS coming in from T-Tobas and Electro. Thailand's only 9 misses in total, so not a lot of misses, but they do end up losing out onto France. And I believe that Hard Rock 2 pick was kind of a mistake, and there was potential for a point for Thailand, but sadly they have to concede this one with a 5-0 scoreline. And France advances to the winner bracket round of 16. Thailand drops down to the loser bracket, while we'll be facing the loser of the Netherlands versus Italy, which is a hype match coming in tomorrow, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But once again, a really quick match. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Maito.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I came back at the worst time, just as the point ended. Sorry about that one. So yeah, going to see France taking another sweep. Obviously, a lot of people, I guess hoping that this match would be a closer one, but unfortunately, France just showing their dominance. Much like China, although the points I would say are definitely much closer. So it was really well played by Thailand, but in the end, France is just much too strong.
There were a lot of the match was way closer, and I think a 5-0 scoreline is justified. But Thailand did have the opportunity to get 2 points. That Hidden 2 and that Nomad 3 both were really close until it wasn't in the end. So there was opportunity for Thailand, but sadly France takes this one home. Either way, continuing forward today, we have Singapore versus Argentina at 14 UTC, so in about 2 hours and 30 minutes. And then later on tonight, actually, Canada versus UK, Brazil versus Japan, and Chile versus Colombia. I'm not too certain if we'll keep the stream on, but either way, we'll be back in about 2 hours and 30 minutes for Singapore versus Argentina, which is going to be a really good match, I believe. Maito, I'd like to thank you for casting these 2 matches with me. It was an absolute blast to have you here for the very first time on the commentary booth. You did a great job, obviously, and well, yeah, that's about it from us, I do believe.
Yes, thank you very much. It was my pleasure, and it was awesome to to be out here finally after a while. You know, lots of anticipation, and yeah, it was an absolute blast, super fun, and thank you for having me and, you know, being my duo for these past 2 matches. You know, definitely made me feel very confident.
All right. Okay, to the viewers, thank you for tuning in for these very first 2 matches of the round of 32. The rest of the matches are visible on the right side, as I already told you guys. At 14 to see Singapore versus Argentina, you do not want to miss this one. This one is probably one of the closest one on paper, and we have the always consistently underranked Singaporeans facing off versus a new Argentina that seems really, really strong, but they somehow didn't perform up to their standards in the qualifiers, making them face against Singapore. So be sure to tune in at 14 to see. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, everyone.